talking about how Jacob was wrestling with God and touched his hip and had a long hip. And I'm kind of feeling like I must have been wrestling with God because my hip is out. Been out for a couple of weeks now. I'm going to read Proverbs, a verse out of it, chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of the water. He turneth it wherever he will. And this is the key verse I want to bring out. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh pondereth the hearts. Proverbs 21. And I thought about that verse because when I was just a regular Christian going to church on Sunday, I heard about the Seventh-day Adventist, and I always thought, how are they getting the Sabbath on Saturday? It's got to be Sunday. And I would have bet my heart on that, my house on that. I was just so convinced, and what I was doing was right. And many years later, when God started revealing truth to me, and as he did this, I took this Bible as a sword, and I literally went out and chopped people up. Alan would call it a baby rattlesnake, but it was more like a viper. And I had very little success doing it.
Use a torch, terrorist.
Yes. So, as
So we know where Aaron got it from?
anyhow, like I said, there was very little success. And as I've grown in the Word, I have found out that, if I set things up and I teach people slowly and not just like that they can receive it more. And the reason I'm bringing this out is about 3 weeks ago, a fellow Messianic came into this church on Sunday morning, and they took the mic without being invited. I don't know how all this happened. I just know that Pastor Allen had business with us about this. And they told them that you're pagan, and you need to stop doing these pagan things. And this person was escorted out, and Allen was very upset with the disruption of his service. And I felt, I know where this person is because they're new. They're a new believer, and they're very zealous, as I was. But my thought for the day is, as we teach people, in 2 Timothy chapter 2, and the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient, in meekness instructing those that oppose themselves, that God peradventure will give them repentance and to the acknowledging of the truth, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, whom are all taken captive by him at his word. And so, as we instruct, we need to do it in love and not in condemnation. Because can you imagine somebody coming to our group and trying to tell us that the Sabbath is not Saturday, but really it's Friday?
Friday?
No, I'm saying, can you imagine? We know better than that. We're right.
It's the Muslim Sabbath.
I know. This is true.
Really?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have been blessed with our eyes being open to the real true Sabbath, which, by the way, was in the very beginning, and I'd read over it many times, because every time I tried to start to read the Bible, I'd go a good ways. And right there in the first 2 chapters, you find out that the Sabbath is the seventh day. And yet, I still was blinded to the seventh day people having it right. And so, if we will gently live out the Torah before the people, that will give a credibility to us all. it's not people telling you what to do that's going to get their attention. It's they watch your lives and how you lead them on a daily basis. And so as we walk out what the Bible truly says, as we're doing it in those terms, then people can see the light, who is Christ, shining through us because we have no light of our own. Anyway, that's all I have.
Hey.